Today we discuss one of the final pieces of preparation for us in the Mass before we receive communion, the recitation of the Our Father. Of course, we know that the Our Father has its foundations in the very beginning of the Church of the Gospels, where Jesus teaches his apostles, this is how you pray. This is how you approach your God. St. Augustine says that the Our Father is like a way of washing our face before we approach the altar, a way of final preparation before we say, I am completely committed to receiving this sacrament. I am completely prepared and pure of heart to approach the altar to take this sacrifice of the body and blood of Christ. But even before we approach the altar, even before we recite the Our Father, the priest gives us a preface prayer that's very interesting. He says that we dare to pray. And that word is so important, that we dare to pray, because this isn't just something that we throw out, without thinking about it. We dare to call God our Father. It's a big difference as opposed to God saying himself that he's our Father, or saying that God is in fact the Father. But we group ourselves into those that have been promised salvation by saying that God is indeed our Father. The importance of the Our Father is seen right away in the early church. As early as 90 AD, the Didache outlines how the embolism should be inserted into the prayer. Now, the embolism is that strange time where we as the assembly stop saying the prayer, and the priest begins again by himself, by saying, deliver us, Lord, from every evil. And then we return back together as the assembly with the doxology. The doxology, of course, is the end of any prayer. And as we know, the end of the Our Father is where we say, for the kingdom, the power, and the glory are yours forever and ever. Now, early in the church, actually, only the priest would recite the Our Father. And the only part the assembly would say was, sed libera nos in malo, but deliver us from evil. Of course, now we know that the entire assembly recites or sings the Our Father from beginning to end, with the exception, of course, of the embolism. The postures have also changed. In the early church, all present would bow. And even a different change, at one point, the priest would raise the host at the recitation of the words and give us our daily bread. Today, we stand with the assembly with our hands raised in a gesture of surrender. This is different for some people because they're used to holding on to the hands of those around them. But the Our Father is not a prayer of communal spirit together. It's a prayer of surrender, a prayer of saying, your will be done, Lord, not mine. Your will be done in this church, in this community, but more so, Lord, your will be done in my life.